greatest danger to an artist. You might think it's an art block, burnout, or lack of skill. Although these are valid things to be concerned about, none of them are the answer. The greatest danger to an artist is the moment when he loses his passion for art. Is there a way to bring it back? Maybe you will find an answer by joining Damien, an ex-artist on his journey. Together, you might just change your frame of mind. After giving up on his art career, Damien started working as a security guard in a museum. But on the first day, he realized that something is out of place. Paintings are not like he remembers them. Could this be linked to a strange journal he found the day before? As he opens this magical journal, he realizes his favorite works of art have been corrupted. His mission now becomes to bring them back as they were. And during his adventure, he will experience the extraordinary worlds of Van Gogh's, Gustav Klimt, and Jean-Honoré Fragonard's paintings, such as The Bedroom, The Kiss, and The Swing. And while searching for the way to bring their art back to their initial state, he will learn enticing facts about each artist individually, talk to the characters inside their paintings, and see the world from their eyes. Now, let me ask you, do you see a difference between these two pictures? Well, thanks to his journal, Damien will know which part of the painting to fix to get the original version. And until he completes his mission, they will go again and again. He then goes from being a scared boy who abandoned his dreams to a confident artist who knows he can achieve anything he sets his mind to. There are three different main elements our game relies on. Rich narrative, which makes a parallel between solving the problems inside the paintings and inside Damien's mind itself. Distinctive art style will let you experience famous studio works in a new three-dimensional light, and engaging puzzles, which get progressively harder as new mechanics are introduced and final level approaches. And the core game loop of our game works like this. You enter a painting in order to fix it. Then you have to figure out what is wrong with the painting. And once you figure out what's wrong, then you have to restore it by doing puzzles. When you finish all the puzzles, you are then granted a piece of the final level, Damien's own painting, and you continue on to the next painting. You repeat this cycle until you collect all the pieces needed to reveal the last painting. Core game mechanic, which is also our game's most exciting feature, works like this. As you walk through the museum, you will see a special glow on the paintings you can go into. If you interact with it, you will get sucked into its 3D world, which will be faced with numerous challenges. When you wish to exit the paintings, you will then be shown a specialized button which will bring you back to the overworld. But what to do when you're in the painting? There are four main mechanics you will be using to solve the puzzles inside the paintings. Restoration, which can range from arranging different balls in the bathroom to get the water going, to mixing different colors to get the exact color you need. Push and pull, as the name says, can push and pull objects to get them into places you want them to be. Time dilation will allow you to change the time of the day, which will make certain paths visible and which will directly impact the state of the painting. And lastly, portals, which will allow you to teleport to the places that were previously unreachable. Our player must remember which portals he went through, because enter and exit points are fixed. Otherwise, he will get lost easily. We also made it possible for the player to use items from the museum to solve puzzles inside the paintings. For example, player sees a missing chair in Van Gogh's room. He can then go to the museum, pick up a chair and bring it into the to fix it. But who is this game for? By analyzing the market, we have made a profile of our typical player. These type of players enjoy puzzle-solving games as well as compelling narratives. They can just sit back, relax, and enjoy adventure at their own pace. Keeping in mind the nature of our game, we decided that the best gaming experience would be on platforms that these type of players enjoy using the most, such as PC and Nintendo Switch, and we have concluded that the price of our game will be around $15. There are 3 things that separate the Frame of Mind from other competitive games in the genre. Firstly, the distinctive art style, second, the narrative. So not only will you be drawn to the visuals, but also captivated by the story. And lastly, since our game is the only 3D game in the market niche, with all others being 2D. All of us part of one team, one mechanism, working as a union. We are Clockwork GP. Thank you.
We'll go first, right? So I think Albert had the mic. Thanks for the presentation. I have a question regarding the paintings.
Okay.
So there's like hundreds and hundreds of popular paintings, right, all over. Why you choose those ones? What was the decision made?
Based on narrative, our player has a style mix of these 3 painters. So that's why we chose those 3, and because our 2D artist really loves them. And also because we base this game on strip comic book. Comic book, which is in comic book, there's a talk about Van Gogh and how he goes out and in out of paintings and in paintings. So it's like visual style is what inspired us.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I have a question regarding the narrative. I've seen like game mechanics and stuff like that. And how do you implement? How do you communicate narrative with the player? Like, how do you tell them what is going on? I don't think I saw it. Do you have some idea about that?
Can I ask? I mean, there's a journal which you can open inside the game, and which will show where you come, like where. What's your state right now, and he will have a little notes that you, through journal, you will discover his character, and also there will be there's a part I'm still working on at the beginning of the game that will introduce a more character and his mindset, and that will lead you on to the next part of the game.
Cool.
If you want some more detail, you can ask our game designer and narrative. They're more in touch with that, so yeah.
Thanks.
Have you maybe considered or investigated, are there maybe legal troubles with using existing IP from
Yes.
artworks?
Yes, we have, because first idea was to use Salvador Dali, and we realized that it hasn't passed like 70 or more years, 70, something like that, and he's copyrighted. So although we have many great mechanics with his painting, we then decided to use another painter just because of that. So all of these painters are now free to use in the game.
Thank you.
Yes, I have a question about the art style. So does the art style change with every single painting that he enters? And also, what went into kind of like designing the real world versus the world of the paintings? And perhaps why is there sort of such a stark difference between the painting style, the painterly style of the paintings, and the sort of 3D world of outside of the paintings?
Well, it's so stylized, we wanted to make a difference so you know when you're in the museum and when you're inside a painting. But all the paintings are done in our art style, like it resembles the main artist, but it's also the combination of our 2D artists, so we didn't like do the exact same style as each of artists, but a combination of style of our artists and that theirs. So we make like a merge and combination of many different type of like how to draw and something like that. If I made sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.